Hiya, and welcome back to Where the Demon Lurks, the game that teaches us that we're finally turning over a new leaf. Anyways, hang on. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Yeah, we're gonna take him to a picnic. That night, you toss and turn on your mattress. It's freaking hot tonight. No, I don't need to say that. You step at the darkness to reach the phone lying somewhere beside you. Feeling plastic on your fingertips, you pick up the device, the dim light bathing your face. Maybe a few minutes online will help me sleep. You open your messages to reread the conversation you had with Morris after you got home earlier today. Made the bookings for tomorrow. Our cover story is that we're all just friends who are on vacation. I even rented a car. Next message is a picture of Morris next to a yellow Beetle car. Is that car for us or a family of ants? It was the cheapest rental on the lot. Just make sure you're packed and ready. Bring essentials like food and water. Clothes aren't important, remember. We're hunting a ghost, not going on vacation. Replied with a sticker of a DD-14 knight giving a thumbs up. The conversation ended with Morris saying he would pick everyone up at your place come morning. A hushed groan escaped your lips. Just the thought of how tomorrow will go makes your heart race. That is until Toast's loud snoring derails your train of thought. As you watch him sleeping peacefully on the sofa next to you, you can't help but feel a little envious of how easily he falls asleep. Thomas Eduardo. You hear the words of a certain angel echo within your mind. Who is Toast? You suppose you could just ask him directly, but would he tell you the truth? Staring at your phone, your finger hovers over the web browser. Intrigue and anxiety now sit on your chest, their weight growing with each passing moment. You know you wouldn't be able to rest until you try. You open the search window and type in what you remember of Toast's real identity. Thomas Eduardo, 1993, Los Angeles. A series of newspaper clippings appear in the top results. What's all this? You click on a true crime blog. It appears to compile all sorts of information on past crime stories that happened around the world. The one on Toast reads, May 13th, 1993. The residents of an apartment building in Leicester Street received a rude awakening by the LA police force. Thomas and Chilo Eduardo were found dead in their apartment surrounded by $100 bills amounting to $10,000 soaked in their pools of blood. Neighbors reported hearing the brothers arguing but were unsure of the details, before hearing multiple gunshots emanating from the apartment unit. The murder weapons were identified as guns belonging to both victims. Fingerprints on the weapons helped investigators surmise that the brothers shot each other during their argument. In a statement by Chief Officer Harrison, it was stated that tension had been building between the brothers for a significant period of time prior to the altercation. According to neighbors, the brothers said they never got along ever since Chilo began law school. Chilo at the time had recently passed the Nevada bar exam, while Thomas was notoriously known for working with the local crime syndicate. Some alleged Thomas ran illegal gambling dens, drug trafficking, and was involved in several unsolved murders at the time. Thomas had already been on the police's watch list for a long time. Neighbors would describe him as a rage-filled hyena who took pleasure in harassing and threatening people. Toast snores loudly. You gasp and turn off your phone. The hyena shifts around on the sofa before turning away from you. Your heart races as though you've run a mile. There's no way you can sleep now. Once the coast is clear, you continue reading throughout the night. Not much else was said about Toast in the blog. After that point, it went into a discussion of the evidence found at the scene, in particular noting a stray cigarette butt despite neither of the brothers having a history of smoking. The blog ends with a history of Club 8 and its notoriety over the years. What? That can't be it! You scour the web for more information, but the other sites merely regurgitate the same details over and over. After a while, you give up on your investigation, finding yourself staring blankly at the ceiling, until eventually you're too exhausted and fall asleep despite the hints of sunrise outside. For a while, your mind is blank, peaceful, serene. Then your eyes snap open, your brow slick with sweat, the thought of Toast having murdered his brother tormenting you upon your awakening. Morris arrives around 8 in the morning. You, Lucien, and Toast gather outside ready to depart. You stand as idle as you can while actively keeping your head from drooping. Your body suddenly jolts forward as an icy sensation prickles through the fur on your neck. You spin your head around to see Morris holding a can of cola while nonchalantly taking a sip out of another can in his other hand. I'm not going to say anything. Okay. I'm giving him a pass. Yeah, what was that for? You look like death warmed up. So, stay up all night playing video games or something? No, it's nothing like that. I just read something uncomfortable last night. Your pupils turn to the hyena now, arguing with Lucy on how the bags should be stacked. Morris doesn't seem to join the dots. Well, I can't have you passing out on us. Do you want to sit this one out? No, I'm good. Let's go. You down the soda Morris gave you and toss the can in a nearby bin. The four of you enter the cramped car and take off for the End Hotel. Morris is in the driver's seat while Lucien called shotgun, so he's in the front too. As he should. Leaving you and Toast to share the back seat. You wind the windows down a while back after realizing the rental car's AC was busted. As time passes, the concrete jungle of Kibbleton is replaced with lush open fields. Kibbleton is known for its produce, but you rarely got to see the proof in person. Your eyes wander over the scenery speeding by. You breathe deeply. A distinctly crisp morning air fills you. It's nice to appreciate peace while you have it. Lucien is sticking his head out of the car window, seemingly panting as the wind blows against his face. Whoa, that's a scarecrow! Toast leans over your side of the seat and also sticks his head out of the car. Woohoo! Get a load of this air! While he enjoys the scent of the countryside, you get a face full of Toast's round behind. This goes on for several minutes before Moore starts talking. Hey, Lucy, mind grabbing the folder I have beside me? Lucien sticks his head back inside the car. It's Lucien. He reaches for the yellow folder next to the boar's seat. Open it and read it out loud. It's everything you all need to know about the hotel. Reading through the rearview mirror, you catch Morris staring daggers at you. He's serious. Grab Toast by the waist and pull him back in. He pants heavily and looks at you. Dude, you should try it! It's pretty fun feeling the wind on your fur. Yeah, maybe later. Morris has something for us to hear. Lucien, give us a reading. The hotel was built 22 years ago in the year 2000. The original owners were an elderly couple who always dreamt of owning their own hotel. I thought old people just wanted their kids to call more. You stare blankly, your mind adrift in a sea of thoughts. He killed his brother. A year after the hotel's grand opening, the business was struck with misfortune. A businessman fell from the hotel rooftop and died instantly. But is it trimming? He's from the underworld, so it's no surprise he did something bad. But he was just bluffing, acting all tough to get what he wants. How could he be someone who would actually go through with murder? The witnesses said the body looked strange, like it was all shriveled up. I feel shriveled up inside. Why does it matter so much that he killed someone? Big deal, I've seen the souls of killers dozens of times. Car hits a bump and you all lurch forward. Toast puts a hand on your back. You okay, buddy? You seem out of it. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Lucien flips through the rest of the folder. The hotel returned to business as usual, but ever since then, guests would report many strange occurrences. I don't know why this stings more. I think he's beginning to rub up. No, rub off, not up. Get it together, brain. Objects moving about. People entering rooms from different time periods. Overall, the guests say that they were drained by the end of their stay. Your head throbs with a dull pain as you piece together fragments of Toast's actions, but now in a new light. I wanted to smash a brick onto Morse's head. He called it a little bump. But what if it's the corruption? How much has he been influenced by it? What does that mean? It means the entity in that hotel had an all-you-can-eat buffet of soul energy from the guests. Jump to the last page, Lucien. In the last 2 years, the hotel is now under the management of the original owner's grandchildren. While no more deaths have been reported over the past 20 years, several guests have gone missing. Investigations found no evidence that could be tied to the hotel or its staff. We're looking at maybe 5 disappearances since the first death. It's a patient ghost. Knows not to cause too much trouble or the hotel will close. I bet it won't be smart enough to take us on, right, partner? Yeah. You look nervously at the ghost, then turn away from him. I need to confirm this with him. I need the truth. I'll reveal the plan when we get there. Why then? Because I can tell that Kobu isn't paying attention. Isn't that right, Kobu? Huh? Yeah, sure. With that, Morse speeds off to the hotel. It's noon by the time you approach your destination. Oh, this is nice! Peering out the car window, a majestic white villa welcomes you. Lush trimmed trees and bushes line the parking lot that leads to the hotel. Wow, check that place out. Even you have to admit,
It's
the
time
place
to
is
drink
far
water.
better looking than what you could have imagined.
It's time
You expected
to drink
a
water.
run-down place like something from a horror movie.
It's time to drink water.
Morse pulls a car to a stop and parks outside the main
It's
entrance.
time to drink
The
water.
instant you leave the car, chill runs down your spine and you feel goosebumps all over your body. There's an eerie atmosphere around them. The wind is deathly silent. Not even the trees dare to move an inch. It's like you've entered a vacuum devoid of life. You whisper, "It's too quiet." Sure is. Now come on, we gotta check in. Toast hands you your backpack and you all head inside. Soft lounge music plays as you enter. It's so cold inside you can see your own breath. Where is the receptionist? This will not bode well for the online ratings. Hi there! Lucian hugs you, seemingly for protection. Should have been me. A male and female wolf pop out from below the registration counter. Their cheeks are stretched apart with the most painful-looking smile. Iramase. I don't know how to pronounce that. Welcome to the Ant Hotel. The heck is wrong with your faces? He points at them. You nudge Toast by the arm. That's rude. Morse hesitantly approaches them but remains composed. Hi, you two work here? Abso-positively. Are they Steves? Wait, are they Steves? Do you have a reservation with us on this fine day? Yeah, it's under Morse Boris. He hands the male receptionist his identification card. Without taking their eyes off of any of you, the male brown wolf taps on his computer. Here we are, Mr. Morris and his 3 guests. Your room is ready. Here are your key cards. Worship the... You're here to lurk and watch me worship the ground Lucian walks on while I get disrespected. I mean, you're not wrong. Here are your key cards. The female receptionist takes out 2 cards and hands them to the boar. Thanks. May your stay be the end of your troubles. Okay. The 4 of you head over to the elevators tucked in the far corner of the room, away from the prying eyes of the receptionist. Let's get to our room and set up the trap. Toast raises his hands. I call shotgun on the sofa. Morse shakes his head. No need. We have the double queen bedroom. Toast throws a fist in the air celebrating his acquisition of a proper sleeping place. That also means we also have to bunk up with someone. I want to bunk up with Lucian. I would like to bunk up with Lucian. We're probably going to bunk up with Toast. That also means we'll have to bunk up with someone. Morse looks towards Lucian. I'm not sleeping. Toast then leans in near you and whispers, Hey, if it gets too cold, I'm fine with you snuggling up to me. Thanks, but I'm sure the blankets here will be sufficient. Oh. Come on, let's go. Hang on, those receptionists were weird, right? It wasn't just me. You, Lucian, and Morse look at the reception counter. The 2 receptionists are still standing there, staring into space. You swear you see a fly land on the female receptionist's nose and she doesn't even react. I wouldn't be surprised if they're just puppets of the entity here. Leave them be. Right. The elevator doors open. For a grand hotel, the elevator ride is unnerving. The doors squeak shut and the fan above rattles. Sudden jolts accompany your ascent to the 10th floor. The elevator door opens. Everyone exits the elevator. What the fuck? Oh, hell no! Hell no! That is a giant pile of fuck that. Everyone exits the elevator. Did you see that? Your knees weaken and a cool sensation presses against your neck. It's already begun. Don't say that! It's the middle of the day! Ghosts usually haunt at night! Cut the chatter. Let's get to the room. You all walk down the corridor before taking a sharp turn to the left. You stop at the 3rd door on the right. Morse opens the door to room 103. Before you is a pristine hotel room. A sharp breath reveals the crisp scent of lemon wafting through the air. A queen-sized bed takes up most of the space, with a second rolling single bed nestled into the furthest corner of the room. You all gather up inside the space. Alright, here's the plan. He takes out a yellow paper charm and a blue bead. The moment I trigger this charm, we'll draw it in a nearby ghost. No matter what, we stick together. Got it? Wait a minute. Are we sure we're not rushing into this? The longer we stay idle, the more that thing is going to sap our life force. Fighting it now is our best chance. It won't know it hit it. Everybody nods. Here we go. Morse holds up the paper flat in one palm, crushing the blue marble with the other. The speckles of crushed marble trickle between his fingers onto the charm below. The paper glows blue and bursts into a ball of fire the size of a soccer ball. Whoa! Doesn't that hurt? It's not real fire, don't worry about it. Morse tosses the fireball into the air and it splits into two smaller balls. One floats towards the exit while the other makes a beeline for Toast. Hey, what's the big deal? Toast swats at the incoming fireball, but upon contact with his hand, the fireball disappears. What do you think? The charm detects the presence of ghosts. So we just need to follow that one to our target. Right, but hang on. He runs a hand along the flame, splitting it into two even smaller orbs before giving you one. Keep this close as backup, in case anything happens to the first one. You nod and bring the fireball close to your face. The dark pools of your pupils briefly flood with the warm firefly-like glow. Everybody ready? Hang on, I gotta wash my face. Don't take too long, we'll wait outside. Now stick around! Gotta watch Kobu's back if the ghost tries anything. For once, not a bad idea. The angel follows Morse out the door, leaving you and Toast alone. You smile sheepishly at Toast and head for the toilet, splashing water onto your face. A wave of coldness invigorating your senses. Once more, your thoughts take a detour towards Toast's past. Can't keep holding this in, I have to ask him. You okay there? He stands by the bathroom door, sighing. You turn to face him. Yeah. Actually, no. You struggle to look at the hyena in the face. There's something we need to talk about, but now isn't the time for that, so I'll wait until we're done with this hotel business. Toast's ears droop. You wonder if he has his own suspicions. Either way, you leave the washroom and go join the others. You freeze in place. The hallway has changed, as though you were standing in a completely different building. It takes a moment before you remember to breathe. Hey, you're blocking the door, man! Oh no. You turn around. Get back in, Toast! What? You shove Toast and yourself through the threshold of the door just to find yourself back in the foreign hallway once again. What kind of Scooby-Doo bullshit is this? What the? Where's our room? You let out a groan and punch the wall. Crap, it got us. Outside room 103, Lucian taps his right foot repeatedly. 10 minutes have passed and his patience is wearing thin. Morse looks on ahead at the path leading towards the elevator. The fireball continues to burn brightly above his unbandaged hand. What's going on in there? Did he fall asleep in the toilet? Go check. The angel rushes back into the room, then back out again. His face is wider than a bedsheet. They're gone! What? They didn't even go past us! Morse grips his bandaged hand in pain. His thoughts are telegraphed by the scowl on his face. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. We have to get them. If Kobu dies, the balance of life and death will be destroyed. The spirits of the damned will split the reality apart. And worst, Lord Gary's going to call me a bad boy. Get a hold of yourself. We don't know if Kobu's dead yet. That's what he's worried about. I doubt the spirit would be so kind to offer any of us a swift death. No, Lucian, you're not a bad boy. You're a good boy. The boar's gaze turns towards the flame in his hand. We need to get the ghost ASAP. This is no time for ghost hunting. Kobu is in danger. If it could kill him quickly, it wouldn't have to separate us. The ghost must have made plans for them. I'm sure Kobu will continue to the same conclusion. I gave him the flame compass for a reason. If we both follow it, then we will meet eventually. Ugh. The angel clenches his fist, his blood rising to a boil. Let's go. Morse pushes the fireball and hurries down the corridor, the two giving chase. You observe your surroundings. Although the space appears ordinary, the portraits lining the walls weren't there when you first arrived. Suspecting they may be fake, you touch one of the portraits. Dust scrapes away beneath your fingers. It's real. Loud crashing sound pulls you out of your analysis. Toast has begun to relentlessly kick the metal bin beside you. Stupid creep! Come out here and fight like a real ghost! His ferociousness scares you like never before. You now see his outbursts in a different light. Toast chucks the bin at the ceiling, hitting with a metallic thunk before unceremoniously crashing back onto the floor. You frown at the ghost. Toast, calm down, this isn't helping. I am calm! This is me being calm! He picks up the bin and gives it a good whack. It spins about before toppling over. Are you okay? You weren't this agitated when we went up against Simolda. The damn voice won't shut up. Voice? A sharp headache precedes phantom whispers in your ears. In your mind, King's voice sounds loud and clear. You left me to die. You shake your head to force the voice away, but your mind plays the words over and over like a broken record. Sucio bueno para nada, solapado, pedazo de basura. Quit hiding and come out to fight! We need to keep moving and leave this place. I don't see some kind of pocket space the ghost created. An idea surfaces within your mind among the sea of anguish. Raise your hand and begin to focus. A blue ring begins to form but immediately fades away before it can enlarge. Cursing under your breath, you try again, but to no avail. King's voice continues to berate you as your mind begins to feel tired. Think that's how these people went missing? It could be, but I don't want to find out. Take out the flame compass. A single tap and it begins to move, guiding you down the narrow hallway. Kobu, help save me! They're tearing me apart! Keep telling yourself that it's all just a trick to ignore it, but the words cut deep. You're killing me! Stop! Why would you save me? Like daggers stabbing into you with every step. Toast doesn't appear to be feeling much better, his face contorted in pain. Yet he appears transfixed by the uncanny paintings that adorn the walls. Hey, am I going crazy or are the paintings changing? You follow his gaze to a picture to your right. A cat in a gentleman's suit. You blink, the image is changing to King lying on the floor, blood gushing out of his chest cavity. You gasp in fear. Don't look at anything, just focus on the flame. Run! The both of you sprint after the flame. How could you let them do this to me? Your legs buckle with each step, the hallway seemingly stretching endlessly. You're a monster. A monster! Every few steps, the same image of King dying passes by your peripheral vision. Yet you run, chasing the flame compass until your legs feel like they would give up at any moment. After what feels like hours, you both collapse in exhaustion against the walls. You're back to where the picture of King dying is. As you try to gather your breath, Toast walks over and turns the portrait around. Thanks. That thing was annoying me. Huh? Oh, yeah. His avoidant gaze makes you suspect he saw something else in that picture. Sweat drips down your back. You barely have any energy left to run, much less to fight. Your attention turns to how your shoulders feel heavy and how your mind struggles to think. The maddening voice keeps whispering in your head. Toast slumps against the wall, a lifeless look in his eyes as he gazes towards the ceiling. The colors in his eyes seem to be fading away. You wonder what the voices have been saying to him. Still with me, Toast? Yeah, I'm just tired. He looks at you. What was it that you wanted to talk about? In the room. You said you had something to talk about. I don't think it's the best time to talk about that. As good a time as any, just I don't want to hear them anymore. You must be talking about the voice in his head. You close your eyes for a brief second, steadying your nerves for what's to come. Okay. I know about Shiloh. Toast's eyes widen. How did you... I searched your name online last night. You could have just asked. He glares at you. I know, I'm sorry, my curiosity got the better of me. He sits up straight. Why didn't you tell me? Keeps his eyes trained on you. Toast, tell me there was more to it, that you didn't just kill your brother in cold blood. He doesn't answer. In an instant, your ears droop. Why? Why did you have to kill him? Toast points in the air to emphasize his next point. Dug his own grave when he wouldn't do what I told him. Toast's tone of voice catches you off guard. He didn't stick his nose where it didn't belong. At least one of us could still be alive right now. But he was your family. Family wouldn't try to hold me back every step of the way. Family wouldn't be telling me how shitty I was for fronting for the mob. Ugh! Toast and you wince. The voices are howling into your ear, but you force yourself to ignore them. Everything I did for him. But he never appreciated it. The one time I asked him to just follow along. His voice breaks. For a brief moment, you see a crack in his armor, and his expression turns sour. And he couldn't even do that. He was nothing but a burden. Ugh! Covers his eyes and looks away. Life would have been better if we were never related in the first place. Toast. This doesn't sound like Toast at all. You faintly recall the way he's spoken about his brother in his past. His words are like a puzzle piece that no longer fits. The voices stop and Toast's ears perk up. He looks down the corridor in a wide-eyed state. Worried to shake out to his shoulders, but he doesn't respond. Toast, snap out of it! He just stares into the darkness. Suddenly he begins walking. Toast, where are you going? PB? Bursts into a sprint, forcing you to give chase. Toast, stop! It's a trap! Your brother's not here! Your cries fall upon deaf ears. He runs and runs until he comes to the end of the hallway where a single brown door stands. Your heart races, every nerve in your body screaming at you to stop him, but it's too late. Toast reaches the door and enters the darkness beyond its threshold. Toast! The door closes on you. You bang and pound and kick it with all your might. Toast, come out of there! Toast! You slam the bottom of your fist once more on the door, but there is no response. You back away, cursing under your breath. Damn it! Grabbing the doorknob, an unnatural chill jolts up your spine. Without a doubt, this is a trap. Your imagination stokes the fear in your heart. What lies beyond this door could spell the end for you. What choice do you have? Toast needs you. You force yourself to swallow your fears with a big gulp and open the door to the darkness. Inside is your former office. Fuck. Meanwhile, Lucien and Morris are running through the 10th floor towards the emergency fire escape. The flame compass guides them all the way down to the 5th floor. As it floats through the back door into the hotel interior, Morris grabs Lucien by the shoulders. Wait, if the ghost real body is in there, it's not going to let us waltz in and exercise it. Be ready. You're forgetting who I am. This ghost is going to regret taking Kobu away from me. Morris raises his hand to object, but lowers it again. With the squeak of the door, the two step onto the 5th floor. The identical decorum serves to do little other than to disorient them. This is the 5th floor, right? It must be. Those bins were in a different position on the 10th floor. Impressive eyes. They may look pretty, but the rest of me is just as impressive. Unbeknownst to the duo, two pairs of eyes were watching them from the shadows. Did you hear something? Hear what? Hurried footsteps scurry across the hallway. Then darkness falls upon them. Morris? Morris, say something! The emergency lights flicker on, bathing everything in a violent red hue. Morris, if this is one of your mortal pranks, then it isn't funny. The lights are dull and Lucien is barely able to see. His eyes dart about, combing through the darkness for the exorcist. He's nowhere to be found. A cold breath brushes down his neck. By Gary's beard! The angel turns around and finds nothing behind him. Lucien's breathing is shallow and rapid as he runs his hand across the wall, trying to locate the corner ahead of him. He shudders in a frantic manner, the sound of his heart pounding urging him on. He paces down the hallway. All is silent until a cold hand grasps at his hair. Ah! Lucien pulls away, several strands of his hair are ripped off. The hand recedes into the hotel room it came from. Just as he's about to strike the door down, another nearby door swings open. Thoroughly freaked out, the angel makes a run for it. Morris! Morris, get out here this instant! As he runs, every door slams open in quick succession, their symphony crashing like the march of a wild beast. He turns around. There's nothing behind him but darkness. What? But it just came from here! He turns around. There's nothing there but darkness. Lucien gulps and carries on forward. His steps have slowed to a walk, but there's no sign of the creature chasing him. This is so unbecoming. Come on, toughen up, Lucien. What if the others in the office hear about this? He tries to reassure himself with his tail tucked between his legs. He's too panicked to notice the door creaking open next to him. He feels the unmistakable sensation of a bony hand grabbing his ankle. Without looking down, Lucien pleads to himself in a soft voice. No, please, no. Now drenched in sweat, the angel forces himself to look down and see. The male receptionist sprawled on the ground, his face dripping with blood. Patches of fur have fallen off of him, and his face visibly dry and shriveled. Ah! The creature lets out a guttural cry. However, it would not release Lucien. In his panicked state, Lucien instinctively kicks the person in the stomach over and over again until they are sent flying away from him. The angel continues to howl deliriously, running further into the maze of hallways, turns from one corner to another, never slowing down. His mind, awash with fear, has no clue where he is going. He only cares about finding Morris and getting the heavens out of this hotel. He reaches the end of the hallway. Before him is a wide window glowing with an ethereal green. He contemplates jumping out of it when suddenly the receptionist appears in front of him. Oh, hell no. Wolf's face appears more disfigured than before. Lucien's earlier assault has left them with large black bruises covering their face. Mr. Lucien, you look a little ill. Look in the mirror, mongrel! Stay back. I don't know if you're working with the entity, or if you're under its control, but I won't hesitate to use this! He conjures a feather from his hand and points it at the wolf like he would a dagger. Mr. Lucien, I work for the Ant Hotel. The hotel just wants you to stay. Be happy. Let it take your troubles away. I'm sorry, but I rather enjoy keeping my life force. What did you do with Kobu and Morris? And maybe even Toast. Mr. Toast and Mr. Kobu are in the hands of our beloved hotel. But do not fret, I have Mr. Morris right here. We bumped into each other, isn't that right, Mr. Morris? Morris steps out behind the receptionist. His back is turned to the angel. Would you come here and greet your friend, Mr. Lucien? Sensing danger, Lucien shakes his head. You expect me to fall for a cheap trick? That can't be him. Turn around. Morris doesn't move. I said turn around! Go on, turn around. Yeah. I don't know whether to laugh my ass off or scream in terror. Yeah, I don't know whether to laugh my ass off or scream with terror. The thing called Morse turns. Lucian's scream echoes across the globe, touching the hearts of young and old. On that day, the world felt a resounding message in their heart. I want to go home. I gotta hear that again. I'm sorry, but that is foul. Back to the End Hotel. Overcome with great fear, Lucian accidentally taps into the hidden authority he holds as an angel. In a state of semi-consciousness, and fueled by his will to live, he lets loose all the magic he wields in a mighty beam. What impossible? Fucker just Kamehameha waved him. God damn. The blast of overwhelming power consumes the possessed receptionist and the faceless creature. The sheer force of the blast catapults a now cleansed mortal and a sizable chunk of the wall out of the window and into the pool below. Lucian falls to his knees, panting for air. Every muscle in his body burns from exhaustion. As he struggles to get up, a door behind him slams open. The other receptionist flies out and hits the door across the hallway. Morse steps out covered in hickeys and bite marks all over his neck. He looks warily at the angel. Hey. Lucian crawls to face the boar. Where in the blue blazes have you been? Morse directs Lucian's towards the unconscious woman on the floor. She grabbed me in the dark, been trying to off me in the room. Look at yourself. I say she tried to do more than that. Yeah, she was barking up the wrong tree. Morse extends a hand to the angel and helps him up. The boar pulls the flame compass out of his pocket once more. Wait, did you see Kobu? I haven't found him. Morse shakes his head. But there's hope they'll make it here. Plus, if we destroy the ghost, we may be able to get Kobu back. What about that? I'll have to let you take over from here, as I appear to have used up all my magic. Lucian. The boar shakes his head in disbelief. No, you don't get to judge. I saw things. Alright, fine, get behind me. Morse taps the flame and it enters a room far down the hallway. The two cautiously follow in turn. Morse takes a deep breath before opening the door and stepping past its threshold. A dense blanket of trees tower over them hauntingly, sending shivers down their spines. There's an uneasy feeling in the air. Lucian looks back, but the doorway is no longer there. A bestial rumble leads them to a lone tree in the middle of the forest. It stands out as being larger than any other. The flame compass vanishes as it hits the tree's bark. On its branches are massive cocoons where the skeletal remains of its victims hang like rotten fruits. They observe the back of the tree, dozens of eyes closing and opening line its surface. Right in the middle of it all lies Toast frozen in space. His pupils are lifeless as green energy surrounds him. Morse and Lucian gasp. Look up there! It's Kobu! High above the tree is you. Your head is the only part of you that sticks out of the webbed cocoon. Kobu! You do not respond to your friend's cries. Is he... He will be if we don't get him down. You get Kobu, I'll save Toast. On it! In his excitement, Lucian leaps into the air but is unable to summon his wings and crashes down. Ugh. I'm on it in 5 minutes. Hang in there, Kobu, we're coming. Oh, shit. You know what time it is. Let me really quick update it. Yep. We gotta do Morris. He is starting to grow on me, though. Morris is starting to grow on me. Which one? The, meme scream or the fucking adult Link scream? I've got to risk this. Come on, Morris. You pull out one of his business cards you saved from before, taking note of the address written upon it. Looks like he should be open. I better call Mike and his sister to cover for me first. After packing the eye in your bag, you call the siblings for a favor. Fortunately, they're willing to help without asking too many questions. Quickly clean up any signs of the fight earlier, mostly just a few products that got knocked off the shelves. Leaving the store, you follow your phone's GPS, making your way to Morris's office. So far, the directions have taken you to the city's main shopping street. Rows of shops here offer a variety of services, anything you could want to fulfill the needs of the average and not-so-average person. Their weathered looks on the outside are in stark contrast with their inner modern aesthetics. I remember seeing this area in an online ad about the town's revitalization initiative to lure tourists. It's already dark by the time you reach the area. The street lights turn on and most of the shops are closing or ready to roll down their shutters. On any other day, you'd take the time to look around, but today you need to find Morris. Walking through the streets, you glance over each passing shop, but none of them is the one you're looking for. Reach a 2-story building tucked at the end of the street. It seems as if none of the shops ever opened around here. There's a flight of stairs on the side building leading to a second floor. Right above the entrance to the stairs is a sign that reads, Morris Boris Exorcism Extraordinaire. Feel your palms start to sweat and take a pause while holding the guardrail. Eventually, you push on ahead and climb the stairs. Pushing through the office door, you're welcomed by 2 worn-out-looking sofas facing each other. Across from them, you find Morris sitting behind his desk. He's too busy tinkering with the watch to notice you've entered the room. Come on, really? I could have sworn I'd replace a battery juice. It would have worked. Maybe it's made of something else. Morris? Practically leaps out of his seat when he notices you. Morris quickly puts on his watch and stands up. Why is it so brown in here? I am late on my electric bill. Don't think too much about it. It's only temporary. Kobu, did you get lost shopping around here? Notices your exasperated eyes and looks at you more seriously. Kobu, remind yourself not to reveal too much. You just need his help to get King back. I need your help. There was an attack at the store. And by attack, you mean a demon came and shot King. Whoa, what? Morris walks out from his desk. Explain it to me from the top. Here, take a seat. You both move to the sofas to talk. Feeling the soft cushions against your back almost startles you. The tension from the earlier battle has yet to run its course. Morris takes out a notepad and pen. What's with the demon in the shop? You avoid looking at the board as you answer. The demon was sent by the Demon Lord of the Underworld. He was supposed to go after me, but King took the blast to save me. Demon Lord? The legit ruler of the Underworld, Demon Lord. How the heck did you piss him off? You look up at Morris. I just messed up when I was younger, that's all. Let's just say I insulted his honor. Wow. Wow. But demons shouldn't interfere with mortal lives so directly. Man, you must have really done a number on him. Yeah, look, I need your help to save King. The demon left this behind. You show him the eye. Morris takes the weapon from you and looks at it closely. Shakes the eye, sniffs the eye, and then even licks the eye. Ew. What, we're dealing with demonic tech. You don't know clues they left on it. He returns the eye to you. You slowly grab it, taking note of where he licked it. But the message on this thing is pretty clear. They sent King to someone's lab in the Underworld. Please tell me I have a way to get there. I need to bring him back. I'm gonna go to the Underworld? For one thing, that's near impossible, not unless you know how to get there without dying first. Second, you'd be up against an entire horde of demons. Are you really willing to risk your life for this? Your eyes narrow and lock onto Morris's. King matters to me. I'll do whatever it takes to bring him back. Morris's eyes widen and he leans back against his seat. He watches you while tapping his pen against his chin. Your ears twitch to the sound of the old fan spinning above you. Though faint, you catch a glimpse of a small smile flash on Morris's face. You wonder what he's thinking about. Alright, color me intrigued. I will take the job if you can afford my fees. I have some savings. Good, then I'll send you the bill for the travel expenses and tools I'll be needing for this trip after I bring King back. How do we start with finding a way to the Underworld? The Underworld can wait. We can start by tying up any loose ends. This King, does he have anyone who might come looking for him? He has his classes in university and he calls his parents pretty regularly. Not to mention a job in the store, and it's possibly still renting that unit of his. I can deal with his landlord and university. We'll just send them a letter letting him defer a semester. Can you cover for him at work? Yeah, the other staff and I do that all the time. The HQ won't bother us as long as we keep the business going. Then we'll just need to deal with his parents. You know how to reach them? No, I don't, but maybe he has our contact saved somewhere in his home. Then that's where we'll have to check. Right. Morris tucks the notepad into his shirt pocket and stands up. You look up to him. His expression is calm and composed. Somehow you feel reassured by that. He places a comforting hand on your shoulder. You live nearby? Yeah, my apartment isn't too far from here. Then I'm escorting you back for now. What about King's parents and finding a way to the Underworld? You stand up. You're in no shape to do any of that. You're my client now, and that means I gotta make sure you stay alive long enough for me to get paid. King's life could be in danger the longer he stays in the Underworld. The Demon Lord wanted King dead. He would already be dead. There's no reason for him to capture him. Remember, what he wants is you, and I'm sure he can figure out that you and King are connected somehow. He would use that against you. King is more useful to him alive than dead. Try to process what Morris is saying, but you're too tired to come up with any counter-argument. So go home and rest. Besides, I need to set up some charms, so at least you don't get attacked while you're asleep. You sigh and droop your shoulders. Maybe you're right. I know I'm right. Now come on, we'll even get some pizza for tonight. You're paying, of course. Ugh. With that, the two of you head back to your apartment. Feels like time slows to a crawl as Morris follows you home. Mind is unable to focus on anything but him watching silently. Think about starting a conversation with him, but all the words stack up, then topple over like dominoes before they leave your mouth. As such, silence is the only thing that accompanies the two of you before you reach your unit. Eat, please. Pretty cozy. Thanks. Your room is still a mess since the night you left to sleep over at King's. Pile of washed yet unfolded clothes lie on top of your unmade bed. Excuse the mess, I'll clean it up. Just sit wherever. Take your time. I'm just going to set up some charms. Wait, what charms? The protective charms. I'm setting this place up to make sure no demons try to attack you in your sleep. Produce a stack of yellow papers, a vial of red liquid, and a brush from a suitcase. That's your exorcism gear, I presume. Yep, basic charms and blood ink. Excuse me, blood? Yeah, the blood of the innocent. It's a joke. This is just red ink. Proudly shakes the vial, to which you shake your head in response. Mind telling me where you're setting all this up? The usual spots: the toilet, the bedroom, the kitchen, and the toilet. You said toilet twice. You can never be too sure with the toilet. Demons like to lurk around there a lot. Wait a minute, I'm a demon, or was, or am? Maybe I'm semi-demon now. Whatever, I don't know if those things will have any effect on me even without my powers. I better play it safe. Hold up, you can't stick these in my unit. Excuse me. I mean, my landlord is super strict about what tenants do in their units. What if he does a surprise inspection? He'll find a bunch of charms everywhere on a bed. He'll kick me out on the spot. Morris furrows his brow. Okay, then I'll do it around the apartment area. Make a mental note to keep your hands off those charms. Living a double life can't be this hard, or else how do superheroes ever do it? Morris and you part ways to handle your respective tasks. By the time the amber sky turns dark, you've hung your washed laundry and await Morris's return. Morris enters while incessantly scratching his arms. You smile softly while hearing him grunt as he scratches himself. Are you okay? No, there are like swarms of mosquitoes buzzing around those knee-high weeds growing around the apartment. Don't you pay maintenance? What's there to maintain? It's just me and the landlord. Right, that old geezer, he was pretty pleasant, knows a lot about game shows. You spoke to him? Yeah, the man loves his trivia. At least he didn't mind me setting up charms around the place. That's surprising. It's not like you don't even know him. I don't. He's my landlord. I pay my rent. That's good enough. Morris shakes his head. A moment of silence is broken by the sudden growling from both of your stomachs. Morris bursts into laughter. Looks like our gas tanks need a refill. Let's get some grub. You sheepishly nod. Your empty stomach offers a decent distraction from the day's worries. Once I know that, I'm beat. Both of you take a seat around the coffee table. You mentioned pizza earlier? Yep, part of our contract. You get the honors of handling the food costs while I'm on the job. Ugh, feel my wallet crying. Relax, I'm not going to bleed you dry. Just barely. Real funny. You open up the delivery app. Yeah, we should order from Red Rock, because they have the best brownie sundae. Sunday, I thought we were getting pizzas. The best pizza places have the best sides. No way, it's a pizza place. The pizza's what matters.
It's time
Then
to
show me a
drink
bad
water.
pizza place with a great dessert. There's...
It's time to drink water.
You recount the handful of pizza restaurants around town, and
It's
even
time to drink
go as far as to
water.
remember the ones from the previous places you took refuge at.
It's time to drink
See, the
water.
method works. I think any decent pizza place would be decent overall, but okay. Red Rocks it is. What toppings do you want? I'll take anything with extra cheese and mushrooms. My man! Except the extra cheese. Then I'll toss in some pepperoni on that pie. Dessert, don't forget it. Right, which is it? Moore scoots over to you to look at your screen. That one, the chocolate dream sundae. You add the dessert to the cart and place your order. Alright, food will be here in 20 minutes. Enough time for me to take a shower. Morse wiggles his eyebrows. Need some company? What? No. Shoves you by the arm playfully. It's just a joke. But would you mind if I took a shower after you? I'm starting to smell like a, well, you know, like me. Not to mention, our combined funk is no joke, but I don't think I have any clothes that'll fit you. It's all good. I came prepared. He opens up a suitcase and takes out a fresh set of clothes identical to the one he's wearing. Give an extra pair on you? Well, yeah, with all the running around after spirits, they tend to lash out in defense. Plus, casting spells can be a real sweaty job, so it's important I keep myself looking sharp. Don't want people thinking less of me. Huh, okay then, feel free to shower after me. Morse gives you a thumbs up before lightly nudging you in the shower. The food arrives just in time as Morse finishes freshening up. Thank you for the towel, man. Was it fine for me to leave it in the basket that was on the washing machine? Yeah, it's fine. You set down the pizza box, eagerly awaiting the deliciousness inside as you flip the lid open. That cheese smells irresistible. He sits down across from you at the coffee table. Wait a minute, is that pineapple? Yeah, that's what this pizza came with. You don't like pineapple on your pizza? I'm all for sweets, but that thing does not belong in a pizza. Speaking of sweets, your sundae is melting. Oh yeah, gimme. You pass the sundae as condensation glistens around its milky interior. The bowl removes the lid, attacking the dessert with gusto. Meanwhile, you grab a slice of pizza to nibble on. Ugh. Halfway through, he sets the dessert aside. Sweet, sweet ice cream, what a lifesaver. Grabs a nearby slice, the warm cheese stretching out at the tip. As he eats his pizza, you sense his gaze fall upon your face. A Kobu. You look up. Morse has 2 packets of hot sauce sticking upright in his mouth. Check it. Pizza walrus. Your laughter surprises yourself. His timing perfectly catches you off guard. Dude, what's with that? Oh, I can do more than that. Dropping the sauce packets on the table, he takes another slice of pizza, turns away as you watch him fiddle with the food. Or sideways glances at you. You think he's waiting for you to say something. What are you doing now? Turns around, his cheeks are bloated like he placed a tube inside his mouth. Nothing. Pizza slice unfurls out his mouth as he talks. You chuckle and take a healthy bite out of your pizza. It must be so fun at parties. Morris eats his pizza and shakes his head. At least I got you to laugh. You look so miserable. The pizza was in tears. I'm trying not to think too much about what happened earlier. Yeah, I feel you. No one really wants anything to do with demons and all that other supernatural crap. Maybe it'll help you just to talk about something else for a while. Yeah, so, you're the only exorcist in town, right? That's me. Then how come I haven't heard about you earlier? Do I have that plain of a face that you don't remember me? Wait, you mean we've met? Well, technically I've been to the store a few times. That's how I could set the traps up, but yeah, I would always see you behind your counter. Oh, well, now I'm embarrassed. Don't be, but to answer your question, my business hasn't exactly been the smoothest to run. Made some flyers at first, but there was a typo in the phone number, so a very unfortunate laundromat was getting some pretty weird phone calls for a few months. Plus, there were some other hiccups along the way, but I'd rather not talk about that. Leaning back, his gaze travels across the room. You nod and watch him finish up a slice in silence while your mind runs over the excuses to give to the others in the shop tomorrow about King's absence. As you mull it over, your hand reaches for the box. Fingertips graze something soft and furry. Ooh, whoops. Your ears tickle as a warmth creeps over it. Both of you retract your hands as they touched. No, it's okay, I wasn't paying attention. The boar smiles sheepishly. Go ahead, the last slice is yours. No way, this is technically your pay. It's all yours. I insist. I insist more. Are we really going to argue like kids over this? There's no argument if you just take the pizza. I'm splitting, okay? Then we both get some. Rips the pizza right down the middle and hands you the half with a pineapple on it. Taking the food from him, you look at the little hill of pineapples he managed to accumulate from the earlier slices. No, he gave me the half with the pineapple on it. I thought you liked pineapple. I never said that I tolerated it most. Well, we don't like it, just chuck it anyway. I don't want to waste food though, it's part of the pizza. Yeah, well, burnt parts are also part of the pizza, and you don't see anyone complaining about getting rid of it. He leans over the table and takes a pineapple off your pizza. Done. Everyone's happy. Sure. In a few moments, the two of you are finished eating. After cleaning things up, you escort Morris to the door. Alright, I think you're set for tonight. If anything goes bump in the night, call me and maybe I can join in on the fun. Ha. You got work tomorrow? Yup, Mike and his sister covered for me today, so I have to take over. Got a text earlier that each of us will have to run a shift on our own since King isn't around. Then I'll stop by after work to pick you up. I don't have any demon repellent on me, so be careful. I will. Afterwards, we'll stop by King's place when you're off work. Right. Call the parents. I want to start thinking about what you're going to say to them. Alright, see ya, Kobu. The exorcist leaves. What am I supposed to say tomorrow? You signed, head to bed. I actually like mushrooms on pizza. I really like mushrooms on pizza. Your exhaustion is placed aside as overthinking takes center stage. What's the best way to break it to them? Would they buy into the idea that King is so busy that he doesn't have time for them? What are his parents even like? You close your eyes, but sleep doesn't take you. In the morning, you take your time to slowly crawl out of bed and get ready for work. On entering the store, the two siblings rush over to ask if King is okay. Tell that you made up a story that King had to leave the state due to a family emergency and that he would be uncontactable for a while. Mike and Dan are placated when you told them that King was fine, and that he would be back soon. An empty promise that you hope will come true. With King's absence, the three of you decide to put up a sign looking for a new recruit to help with the work. Until then, you have to work through your shift on your own. The brother reassures you that King's guide will get you through it, and if there are any emergencies, he's a phone call away. He'd only help with depositing the earnings of the day into the company bank account. You have no choice but to go along with the plan. Then the duo return home, leaving you in charge. You find King's guide lying on the counter. Caressing the cover, you feel the tough wrinkle of the paper King used to decorate it. You pick up the book and open it to the first page. There's a sticky note inside. I believe in you, King. Guilt and concern sledgehammers your heart into a million pieces. You feel tears building up, but you slap your cheeks to snap out of it. The time for crying will come later, after King is saved. Gripping the book tightly, you return the instructions into your memory before getting to work. Through the day, you barely have a chance to catch your breath while juggling between managing the counter, restocking the shelves, and figuring out the paperwork to order new supplies. The end of your shift cannot come sooner. Your arms shiver as the temperature inside the shop drops. Mike enters in his raincoat, smiling and looking ready to take your place. Better hurry, Kobo. I smell rain coming our way. Rain crap, I don't have an umbrella. Me either. You can borrow my raincoat if you need it. No, it's fine. You might need it yourself later. I have a friend coming over. He'll probably have a spare. See ya. Alright. Let me just... Stepping outside the shop's awning does little to protect you from the cold, wet wind blowing against your mane. Soon enough, the pitter-patter turns to rumbles as a torrent of rain blankets the streets. This doesn't look like it will clear up fast. I better call him to come. Too late in the distance, you can see Morse running over. Sorry I'm late. Walking through this rain is like fighting a waterfall. Ready to go? Why are you in such a hurry? I just got a call. Another client can't wait any longer. They need me to help them with an issue at their house, so after we deal with King's Place, we've got to go there. We? Yes, we. I'm not making twice the trip to drop you off and head to their place. Lips curl into a frown, just when you thought you could have had the night to yourself. Alright. I guess. Let's go. Wait, I don't have an umbrella. Oh, then we'll share. There's enough room here. You don't think it's weird two guys, one umbrella? Does it look like we have a choice? Come on, it's that or I'm going without you. Okay. Sticking close to him, you both walk through the rain to King's apartment. Every step, your mind questions your very presence. He's not saying anything, should I? I haven't showered since this morning. Maybe he noticed it, but doesn't want to point it out. Shoulders brushes against his. You instinctively shuffle aside, but the boar's hand reaches out and pulls you closer to him. You're going to get wet. Stick close. Warmth of his firm grip fills you with reassurance. Seeing that Morris is unbothered by your closeness, you begin to hear the rain again. You know, this rain wouldn't be so bad if I was at home with a hot mug of soup. You make soup? I usually make coffee. Something warm on a cool rainy day always hits the spot. That it does. For the rest of the walk, you do your best to keep your eyes on the footpath, all the while you both keep close to each other. You arrive at King's apartment, but stop outside. Now, what's the plan? First, we get in. You wouldn't happen to have a key to his place? You shake your head. Then we're breaking in. Just be my lookout while I pick the lock. You know how to pick locks? It's handy in this job. What if someone catches us? It'll be fine. I mean, my contract does state that you bear all responsibilities in the case of legal complications for my actions. I didn't agree to that. Heck, I didn't even sign anything. Nah, I'm joking. We're both done for if someone reports us, so keep an eye out while I do my job. There's also the bigger problem of how you maintain King's Place while he's not around. Am I still covering for him at work? Technically, we had to put it in a notice to HQ that King's on unpaid leave for a few months to manage his studies. That's why I'm worried. There's no way I can cover the rent for two places. Dutch can afford it. You remember how the inside of his place looked? I'd guess it would take at least 2 convenience store managers' salaries to afford this. His parents must be helping with the rental. Have you figured out how you're going to convince the parents? You know, do I really have to do it? Yes, because you're the one who knows him best now. Come on. Both of you take the elevator up to King's Place. Oh, this is going to be so awkward. Outside of King's door, you look around to make sure the coast is clear. You position yourself next to a crouching Morse while facing the way you came just to make sure no one sees what's happening. Takes out a paperclip and a screwdriver and begins tinkering with the lock. Seconds tick by in rhythm with your heartbeat. Hands feel cold and numb, and an uncomfortable tightness grabs at your chest. Can you hurry it up? Someone could show up any second. I didn't say I was an expert. Hold it. The doors of the elevator open to give view to a woman with a man hanging by her side. Crap! Go out in your stance and put on your best quivering smile. The couple approach you and stop at the door in front of King's Place. You recognize them as King's neighbors. Hey, I know you! You're King's friend, right? The woman, though no taller than you, stands with such towering confidence. Her hands are on each of her hips as she tilts her head to the side. Her energetic posture is in stark contrast to her companion holding her by the waist, as one would hug a massive plushie. You only saw them once, and only briefly, during your trip to King's, so you know next to nothing about them. Oh, honey, let's not bother him. What are you two doing? Can you distract them? Perform a dance, talk about the weather, or ask them what they're doing. Hang on, what's the lyrics? What's the lyrics? And I'm trying to find the lyrics. Hula song. Alright. I'm gonna sing this. Luau, if you're hungry for a hunk of fat and juicy meat, eat my buddy Pumbaa here because he has a treat. Come on down and dine on this tasty swine. All you have to do is get in line. Are you waking for some bacon? He's a big pig. He could be a big pig too. Oi! I guess we're doing a dance. Actually, let me save real quick. Gonna do a little dance. You gyrate your hips back and forth while throwing your hands in the opposite direction where your hips go. What is this? This is too weird even for me. I'm calling security. No, we're not. No, we're not doing that. I could ask you the same thing. What are you two doing? What we're doing is none of your business. Yeah, just fess up. Are you two doing something illegal? Call security, honey. These two look like trouble. Oh, god damn it. How the weather? Nice weather we're having, right? I can't enjoy the sun with all this rain. This is totally the worst. Don't try to change the subject. What are you two doing? They're acting suspicious, honey. Get security. Either way, they're getting security, so we're just going to do the dance. This is too weird even for me. I'm calling security. Morse grips you by the shoulders as he gently moves you to the side. Smells whiter than usual. Whoa, whoa. Sorry about that, folks. Buddy, I told you to lay off all those drinks last night. Morse stands in front of you and extends a hand to the couple. The name's Morse. I'm here as a home spiritual consultant. A home spiritual consultant? I've never heard of that before. My line of work is pretty niche. I basically offer home decorating consultation to help raise spiritual harmony in someone's home. Kobu here asked me to take a look at his friend's place while he's away. Something for a surprise gift. Oh, wait, come to think of it, we haven't heard King's cooking since yesterday. Little guy's always cooking something up for us to try. Morse turns to you, his pupils dart towards the duo repeatedly. His family had an emergency, so he had to leave and help them straight away. Oh, no! Don't worry, sir, that's why we're here, to hopefully purify and improve the spiritual health of King's home. Just like yours. Ours? Why, of course, I couldn't help but notice the beautiful ornament you placed outside your door. It's then you notice that King's neighbor has a pink paper decoration in the shape of a heart. The decoration depicts a girl and a boy holding hands and kissing each other. You swear that you've never seen that before. Oh, shucks, that little thing. I made that on his birthday. And I love it so much, sweetheart. What did I do to deserve you? The man holds the lady close to her hips, and the two of them exchange an intimate kiss that makes you look away. Baby, you're a very generous lover. I just wanted to show you how much I loved you. I love you too, babe. I just want to... He whispers something into her ear. She yelps and whispers something back. The two exchange a laugh before pressing their lips against one another. We're gonna stop a bit for the ad. Want to break from the ads? Ah, fuck. A fucking chair. Oh god, are they gonna start fucking in public? You turn your head feeling like you were intruding on something. The man breaks the kiss first. It was nice meeting you two. Have fun. They go back to locking lips as they awkwardly stumble into their apartment. You hear the door slam and then a few faint noises of things dropping. Okay. Morse turns to King's door and enters the apartment. Go on. Take a look around. See if you can find his parents' contacts. We might be able to find his phone. I seem to recall he misplaced it somewhere at home before he left for work. I'll check the bedroom then. You check everywhere else. Morse heads for the bedroom. You're going to check the living room, the bathroom, or the kitchen. Oh yeah, no, they are absolutely going to fuck. Like, King's neighbors, they are absolutely going to. To the kitchen! Ah! Inside the kitchen, you take a look at the refrigerator. Its surface is decorated with different pieces of paper and photos. On the freezer held by a blue button fridge magnet is a selfie of King and you on the day you first rented your apartment unit. To its right is a picture of King and a group of his course mates. They're standing around a projected presentation on business management. You recall this was King's group project during his last semester. Looking down, you find a piece of paper taped onto the fridge. It reads, "Important. Pa equals High Lord. Ma equals Queen of Meals." Wonder what this means. Just then, Morse enters the kitchen with King's phone in hand. Found it. He left it charging under his bed. Sorry it took so long. I was searching his computer for his college website. He is now officially deferring a semester. Great, then let's start. Hold it. I went through his contacts. But there's no mom or dad or any variation of that on the list. I think King might have used a codename instead. Look, there's a note on the refrigerator that mentions his parents and other titles. Maybe try looking those up. Let me see. Nope, no High Lord or Queen of Meals. Weird, these titles must mean something. An imaginary light bulb lights up above your head. Is my name in his contact list? Huh, it's not. Well, here's hoping there's a clue there. Pull out your phone to call King. The phone in Morse's hand rings. It says Nedwin. Nedwin? That's the name of the overlord from DD14. Overlord, a High Lord, Queen of Meals. Wait, it's not Queen of Meals. It's Queen of Seals. All three titles are from the game. In that case, then there's a chance there. Morse scrolls to the phone for a few minutes. Here we go. According to our chat records, these are them. The dad is under Skozen and the mom is under Luna. You know the names of the game characters? I play when I have the time. Are you Are you memorized the streets of... Are you... And you memorized the names of these two NPCs. I think they were the first two you meet at the starter village. Then you know how far into the game I am. Okay, take your pick. Who do you want to talk to? Wait, why me? You know him better. I'm assuming that you know how to sort of talk like him, or at least know enough that you won't come off as suspicious. I doubt that matters when I don't sound like King at all. You're not going to call them. Just use the chat. He hands you the phone. Man, I can't believe I'm going to lie to his parents. You pace around the kitchen several times while gripping the phone tightly. Really? You're second-guessing yourself now? Look, I get paid either way. You wrinkle your nose and avoid his gaze. He rests his hands on his hips and shakes his head. Look, think about it like this. This isn't your guilt to bear. What? Let me be the one responsible for this. You're just doing what I say. If this goes south, I'm the one to blame, not you. Okay. And what exactly am I saying? What if they start asking questions and I don't know what to say to them? Relax, we'll play it by ear. I'll be here the whole time. If things aren't working, I'll help. Just imagine like you're talking to your real parents. The only parent you ever knew would never have the time to be concerned by your comings and goings. Just start with the reason that King won't be reachable for a few months. Maybe. I'll say my phone's broken so they can't call or message me for a few months. They might send a new phone. Try to think of something something that wouldn't need them to try to call you. Oh, I'm going to say King is going to a camp for a few months and there's no phones allowed there. That could work. Give it a go. Alright, first, who do I pick? You open up King's chat messages with his father, skimming through. The father sends King a lot of pictures of himself doing charity events or having tea with his friends. Going further back, it would seem that King and his dad share a lot of articles about the queer community. Most of it is King trying to explain to his father what they are all about. Right top of the chat box, there is a message from King that just said, Pa, I need to talk to you and Ma tonight. I need to tell you about the guy I'm dating. They exit from his father's chat box and talks with Mom more about nothing much in the mom chat box. Most of it is just her sending motivational good morning posters or posts about an unconfirmed medical scare. I'll message the dad. Morris nods. He stands next to you while he peers at the screen in your hand. Notice that King refers to his father as Appa. Appa! Message is instantly seen by the person on the other end. They're typing back. Voice message pops up. Ah, boy, where have you been? Amma and I tried to call you so many times last night, but you didn't answer. I'll call you now. The screen switches to an incoming call alert. You look over at Morris. Crap, what do I do? If you answer it, then he'll know something is up. Quickly hit the cancel call button, followed up with a message. King would say, maybe, Pa, I need to talk to you about something, but I can't take the call right now. Yeah, if it's so important, then we should talk on the phone. Please, Pa, it's just, this is something very important, and I don't think I can hold back my tears if I say this directly to you. It takes a good minute before the next voice message pops up. Ah, boy, what is it that you need to talk about? It's the mom. I think they're tag teaming in this chat. Stay calm, just stay calm. Okay, don't get mad, but I'm going away to be a counselor at a camp. Next reply comes instantly. Camp? What camp? What about your studies? Pa, he says he is going to a camp. King Demeric, you better start explaining yourself. It's nothing big. It's just an exciting opportunity, and I wanted to experience getting away from it all for a semester. A semester? What kind of camp is this? Why is it so important that you have to miss a semester? You look at Morris, but he just shakes his head, unsure of what to advise on either. Bodybuilding! Bodybuilding? No offense, son, but what makes you suitable to be a counselor at a bodybuilding camp? A counselor can do other things. Maybe he is just helping them to help the other counselors who are actually training them. Still silly. How's this going to help you with your degree? Better you cancel and just forget the idea. Your neck feels warm. I know about food, Pa. Bodybuilders need to eat too. Plus, I want to use this time to figure myself out. Oh boy, don't waste your time and energy on something like this. Studying is important. My friend is looking for someone to manage his business, and he said you would be looking for a job after you graduate. Maybe you can talk to the camp people. Ask to just let you stay there for a week, but not for 3 months. No, I want to stay for the whole thing. This is important to me. I promised the camp I would help out. Son, please. You think the job market is going to be good the later you graduate? Listen to Pa, King. Ears are burning now. Their persistence chinks away at you. This is a parade all over again. They want to go and dance around with the men in colorful outfits. Think about your future. Just listen to us. Reply angrily or reply calmly. Oh shit, he might be getting disowned. King, I'm sorry, but when you get back, you might be disowned. We're fucked. I think he's cooked. Yeah, Kobu, you're cooked. Yeah, let's try being calm. And take a deep breath and remind yourself what's at stake here. Ma, Pa, I know you're worried, but I assure you I will be fine. This is important to me, and I want to do it so I can focus on my future. Please, I need this. I need you to trust me that it will be okay. There's no reply for the first few minutes. You worry that if they're too mad, they'll want to continue talking. Morris pats you on your shoulder. Another voice message appears. You have enough money for the 3 months there? Clothes, shoes, towels? I have enough, and they'll provide some too. Where exactly is this camp? It's somewhere in the forest area in Kibbleton. They don't show up on the GPS because they're brand new. A bodybuilding camp in the middle of the forest. What will they think of next? Oh boy, you can go, but it's your responsibility to keep yourself safe. Don't let them pick on you, especially if they find out that you like one of the guys there. There are more than just guy bodybuilders, Pa. Oh yeah, you and I already know what you're interested in. So many months ago, you spent explaining to us what kind of people you like. No need to be sarcastic, oh boy. Anyway, I'm not there to date anyone. I'm there to find myself and help the camp. I'll be fine. I know how to take care of myself. We just want you to be safe. Bring the charm we gave you too. Promise us you'll be in one piece and come back to visit after the camp. Your heart pains at the mother's wish. You too hope to reunite King with his family. I'll come back, Ma. So can we still call you while you're there? I don't think so. Camp rules force us to submit any electronics we bring with the camp office while we're there. Such a strict camp. What if people have emergencies? They have an on-site med group, and we can still be transported to the hospital if needed. It's time to seal the deal. Actually, I'm already packed and heading there already. I've settled the things with the university. I'm deferring a semester, but it's alright. We'll cover your share of the rent until you get back, but I expect you to pay me back. Deal. Thanks, Pa. Thanks, Ma. Love you. Ah, boy. One more thing. You know our neighbors? Their son Johnny just told them he also wants to date guys. Talk to his mom, and we both think you two should meet him when you come home from break. No, thank you, Ma, but wish him well for me. Bye. You close the messaging app. The air in the kitchen instantly feels lighter. Morse still has his hands on your shoulder. Gives you a good smack as his face breaks into a smile. You're amazing. You did it, man. Good job. No, you're amazing. If you didn't get us in first, we could have never have pulled this off. Thank you. I try. Honestly, I was about to lose it halfway through. But you didn't. Now I'd celebrate, but we'd better get a move on. I think the neighbors are done with their intimate session. Turn off King's phone and tuck it away. Let's go. Yay, we're not getting disowned. Anyways, we're leaving off here tonight. I am dead. I'm dead. And still I got shit to do tonight. So stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.